Alrighty, Jag Nation, we've come such a far way. 2 full seasons of Jags Tonight, the talk show you're watching right now. And then now kind of our final official episode with a special one coming up soon, featuring all my seniors, all of you guys. I'm gonna force it on you for your final exam. But to help celebrate our very final official episode, I have a very wonderful guest with me, a beautiful woman sitting to my right-hand side. Everyone welcome, Ms. Campbell.
Thank you. It's an honor to be a part of this amazing project.
Thank you. And it would be an honor if more people would clap when I'm clapping.
I'm sorry.
Guys, jeez. Worst audience ever. I'm just kidding. It's a crew, not an audience. But Miss Campbell, Miss Ariel Campbell, if I may, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
It's lovely to have you. You're a new addition here to LBJ. You've only been here for what, a few months?
I began in December, so maybe that's like 6 months.
Yeah, I'd say so. About half the school year, but still. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you from Austin originally? What's the scoop?
I am originally from Austin. I am an LBJ alumni. I went here in 2013. I graduated in 2016. I was also a first lady my whole 4 years.
And for those that don't know, what is a first lady?
A first lady is LBJ's drill team.
So drill team, as I understand it, they're throwing things up in the air. Is that correct? that's more color
Oftentimes
guard.
we do have props, but you may be confusing us with color guard.
I'm probably going to confuse the color guard. Don't listen to me. Donovan knows what I'm talking about.
The color guards, well, we're all part of the band, and we're all a part of fine arts, but the color guard is with the band solely.
Sure, yeah, and they have all the flags waving up and down in the air. But drill team's got a lot of movement, got a lot of pizzazz.
We do, and I have some surprises coming up for this year's football season, so I'm super excited.
I like surprises. That's good. I'm going to kind of move around with some of our questions that I had sent you, but since you had just mentioned that you'd previously gone to LBJ, what was your time like there? That was what, like 12 or so years ago? What was your time like, and what do you see that's different from when you were a student here?
I will say, what's different is, or when I was at LBJ, we were combined with LASA. So LBJ was solely downstairs, and LASA was upstairs. And now, fast forward 10 years later, LASA has their own building. We now have access to upstairs. And it's great. I've noticed that the school is like transitioning into what looks like a college prep school. So I'm proud of that. And I'm glad that we're all together where we can flourish together and utilize our resources and be around people who can motivate us instead of feel like our 3.0 is not enough.
Right. And for those that don't know, I know we've talked about it on this show before, but LASA is the Liberal Arts and Science Academy.
Yes.
And they've now gone on to their own, but we did share this campus for quite some time. From what I've heard, I was not here when that was happening. But from what I've heard from other people who were teaching here, people who were working here, people who even go to school here, maybe you can attest to it. I heard the demographics were very apparent between the LASA kids on the top floor and the LBJ kids on the bottom floor. Did you notice any sort of, I hate to say like differential treatment, but did you notice any sort of like conflict from that, I guess?
If we're being honest.
And please do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I figured.
I think it comes down to also the scheduling. LASA had a free period where they were able to regroup and recuperate. So when you come upstairs, you have all these students lying around. They're just in the hallways. In their hallways, they have fish tanks. Like, they had access to all these other different things.
Wow.
And one thing that brought a lot of controversy is LBJ would share their sports.
Yeah.
Right, which would be football, dance, band, and we did not have access to lots of sports and their resources, which was swim, frisbee, lacrosse, all of the things that we would not be exposed to at such a young age.
Sure.
So we kind of missed out on something that could have been great.
Right.
So it got to a point where it's like, hey, we have these amazing students in the building, but we don't benefit from them the way they benefit from us.
Right.
So it brought a lot of controversy. And also at the time, if you were an LBJ student and you got called upstairs, they were issuing like truancy tickets. So it felt like, okay, well, they can be downstairs, but we can't be upstairs.
Right.
It kind of misled the privilege.
Sure. I can see, since it's such a large building, why that went into effect, but it always seemed like a bad idea to me.
Yeah,
I never really
sure.
cared for it. But your time, Chris. Probably some tripod issues in the back. But your time here as a student at LBJ High School, you are now a teacher here at LBJ High School. What do you teach? What's your role? What do you do around here?
Well, I noticed that regardless of what your role is, when you work at a school, they will refer to you as a teacher regardless.
It's true.
But
you're an adult in the room, you're a teacher.
I am the parent support specialist. So basically I am the liaison to the resources of the school, and I make sure that I kind of like become the spokesperson for the students. So if they're saying, hey, we need more field trips, or hey, during testing I want to see posters, or hey, I want to hear my birthday on the announcements, or hey, you guys did not celebrate me academically, I'm kind of like the voice for the students for the school.
That's awesome. How are you finding that role? Pretty stressful?
No, I think it fits me so well. What's so funny is I originally came to LBJ as head of the campus safety and security. One of the hidden talents about me is I'm a private armed security outside of school. So they brought me in initially as security, and I was naturally, because of my personality, doing parent support specialist things, right?
Sure.
I was helping students with backpacks, I was getting them clothes, I was walking them to their classes, I was sitting in mediations, and one day somebody came to me and they said, wow, security is just not fulfilling your purpose. Let me go back to the drawing board. And
Okay.
so somebody actually presented parent support specialist to me, and I was like, oh my God. Right, because when I was in school, we called it CIS. What that stands for, I'm not sure.
Sure.
But so now to be the CIS lady is almost surreal.
Yeah. So was there kind of, I guess you were saying from your experiences being like security around here, kind of morphing into a real draw to the parent support specialist, is that correct?
Naturally, yes.
That's awesome. I know you've been doing a lot. Ms. Campbell here was actually helpful getting some people some nice outfits for prom.
They looked great.
Yes, they did. Hairstyles. You seem to be doing a lot for our students, so that's very much appreciated. I also understand that you are heavily involved with our dance team.
I am, and I will say what actually drew me to the school was the dance team.
Okay.
Right? And it's so funny because God always has special destinations for you. I had no idea that I would be the parent support specialist. I had no idea that I would become so connected with most of the students. But yes, as far as the dance team, we got something up our sleeve this year, and I haven't exactly showcased myself to the public. I want to wait until football season.
Okay.
Right, because I have my buzz, my own buzz already, coming from Wilder School of Dance and come from the Austin Steelers.
Wow.
So I kind of wanted to be kind of like a surprise for the city.
Okay. Well, that was going to be kind of like my follow-up question. What like drew you to the art of dance, I guess? What do you like about it?
I will say the free flow.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you just naturally have a calling. I was always just good at it. I was always dancing. I was always being challenged, and I know I'm young, but I grew up in a time where like YouTube did not exist.
Mm-hmm.
So it was either you were there or you were not, or
Right.
you seen it or it didn't happen.
Right.
And so we were always just dancing together, and it was kind of my goal to dance at a HBCU, and unfortunately I did not accomplish that. So coming back to LBJ was a way for me to not restart my legacy, but give it another try. I know that here I'll have that chance to make history, and once my job is done, maybe I'll go on to the next thing. Maybe
Right.
I'll be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Maybe. Jury's still out.
Yeah.
Well, we just recently had a talent show here, and I might try and pop some photos in, kind of
Yeah, I would love that.
right here. Wow, look at that. We experimented with a little bit the last time, and it worked out pretty well. But you did a wonderful routine with the dance girls. I don't know if anyone actually got any video of it, but we could probably pop some of these photos up there, and that would be great. That's wonderful. I always really appreciate dance. I am very much embracing of my nerdy, uncoordinated personality, and I'm a terrible dancer. By myself, I can groove just fine, but with other people, it stresses me out. I'm not a big fan. I think that's all for my first little bit here with Miss Campbell. Do you prefer Coach Campbell, Miss Campbell? What do you want people to call you?
Coach would be amazing.
Yeah, you like that?
I think Coach is like held at like a little bit higher standard. But I will always say, growing up, I was always Miss. So it's Miss as in MISS.
Mm-hmm.
But Coach is fine.
All right. Well, we'll be right back with Coach Campbell here in just a second. We have another special guest coming up in just a minute, so stay tuned. Alrighty, welcome back, guys. We just had a lovely discussion with Coach Campbell, and she is still here, but we have just been joined by someone I'm very excited to introduce, one of my seniors here in this advanced AV class. Please welcome Elijah Thornton. A little better. Hey, come on, guys. Keep it up. Let's get some pep in that step. Elijah, welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Yeah, good. Well, I remember whenever we first started launching this project, and I finally realized what I wanted to do with this class because I was stressing out about it. I had each of you guys come ask me like questions. I learned a little bit more about you. But for those watching at home who have no idea who you are, Elijah, tell us a little more about yourself. You're a senior here at LBJ High School.
Yeah, I'm a senior. I'm a good student. Yeah.
He's a 2 thumbs up student, guys. Let's see, what questions do I have for Elijah? What's your time like been at LBJ High School? You've been here for all 4 years, correct? No, he has not. So the time that you have been here at LBJ High School, how do you like it?
It's fun. I just pretty much stay to myself, but like it's cool. It has a lot of good people, and the teachers are nice. Some of them.
Some of them. I'm seeing a lukewarm reaction from the crowd.
Some of them.
Staring at one right here, buddy. What are your goals after high school? What would you like to do? I remember you had mentioned something to me earlier. I don't know if that was still your goal, but what's next?
Yeah, it's still the same thing. Go to school for geology and be a paleontologist.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite rock?
You know.
You gotta get a favorite rock, man. Howlite, I mean, God, what's not granite? Man, I could go on. Nice, GNI, you know it. What am I doing talking about it? So we brought you on for a specific reason, mainly to get out of taking an exam, but also I understand that you and Coach Campbell here have a special connection. Care to tell us about that?
She's my aunt. My favorite aunt.
Ooh, good. See, he's learning. What's it like having a family member at the school that you're attending? I know, like you said, Coach Campbell, it's only been about 6 or 7 months, but has that been weird, lovely, friendly face to hang out with? What do you feel?
It's still normal. I can't call her Miss or Coach Campbell. It can't stick.
It's weird to you?
Yeah, but it's fun. But that just means you have to like do your over your best because you have someone watching you. That's not like has a closer connection.
Oh yeah. She's gonna report back to the other family members, be like, "You will not believe what I saw Elijah doing today."
Yeah.
Gotta get him acting right.
It's pretty much normal. Besides that.
But you don't directly take anything that Coach Campbell is teaching.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
We can get you on that. Hey, you should have been on that dance talent show, man.
Yeah,
I tried.
Jump some moves.
That ain't me, man.
So we kind of started this whole thing as an idea, not only to utilize the space, but to celebrate the 50th anniversary of LBJ, which technically was last year, but for like the school year, we're still calling it, the 50th school year anniversary, let's say. This is a question for both of you. Feel free to whichever you one guys would like to go first. What would you like to see for the next 50 years of LBJ? What do you think you would want to be developed, programs, building materials? The next 50 years, what would you hope for this school? Again, either one of you can go first.
I think like the students' opinion should be more enforced, but other than that, I think they're doing a good job for the most part. It's just I feel like we need to be a little more heard with some things that could be improved. Because like me, I could think is like nothing needs to be changed, but another student or a couple other students could say this could be changed or that could be changed. So I feel like
that's true.
When some students have like opinions or something, I feel like whoever it is, if they can, they should take note to it and like maybe try to enforce whatever it is.
Sure, a little bit more maybe like transparency between students and admin teachers. So really like hear you guys. I think that's a great sentiment. Something that could be easily done. We don't need a grant to listen to people. Coach Campbell, what do you think next 50 years at LBJ High School?
I think it's funny because I'm usually the one who takes the complaints on from the students and try to reiterate them into the foundation. But for the next 50 years, I'm excited for the new gym that is coming.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we broke ground on that, a few months ago?
Yes, and it'll be ready in exactly 2 years. So I think just from that alone, we will begin to receive the spotlight that we deserve,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe even bring in scouts, right? Because
That'd
a
be
lot
great.
of our students, I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of our students go far. They make it to the NFL, they make it to college, and I think it's gonna give us an opportunity to be the home school where people can visit us instead of always having to travel to meet these scouts.
Right.
The gym will bring us in. We'll now be we'll be dancing there more. We'll have wrestling there. So something that's going to be new is we'll host wrestling competitions. A lot of people are not exposed to wrestling.
Right.
So I'm excited to put the highlight on wrestling, and so you guys can see the type of audience that wrestling brings.
It's a really intense sport. I mean, I think some people might have this this preconceived notion of wrestling they associate with like professional wrestling, like Hulk Hogan. But the actual sport of wrestling, wildly different.
It's its own community.
Yeah, and we have a very strong one here at LPJ. So
do.
I think those are both very good sentiments. I think both having more transparency and communications with student needs and implementing them, consistency, I think, would be very helpful in the next 50 years as well.
Yes.
I think we're on the up and up though. I think good things are happening. I know at least in the several years we're going to have a great band director over there
Wow. I
coming
think so
back.
too.
Yes, Donovan.
I look forward to seeing who's gonna loop around.
Yeah.
Right. When I graduated high school after 10 years, I came back. So I'm excited to see if I get to experience that same thing.
Mm-hmm. You're just in this constant orbit.
Mm-hmm.
And LBJ is the star in the center. Any final thoughts, you guys? Anything you'd like to share? Any sentiments? Cool things you're doing you'd like to plug? Anything before we wrap this sucker up?
I did want to say what had drawn me to LBJ, and I want to say thank you to Elijah as well. He called me one day and he said, "Hey, Amy, you have not made it to enough of my games. Can you come to my last football game?"
Aw.
And I was like, you know what? I'll come. And when I arrived, it was also the 50th anniversary of LBJ.
Oh, yeah, that was a good day.
So when I was there, I noticed the dance team. I scouted them out. I went and introduced myself. And I don't think anybody was prepared for me to take over the dance team after introducing myself as a guest. But when I saw that they were struggling, they didn't have a coach, I was like, oh my God, I'm at the right place at the right time. And I kind of felt like it was a calling.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's a huge career switch, right? Because I'm coming from private armed security to dancing. It's almost like a shock for people when they're like, wait, you're doing what? You know, so I want to thank him for helping me be at the right place at the right time. And sometimes it's not what you know, but who you know.
True.
So at that 50th anniversary, I was able to connect with all the people who I used to look up to and the people who took me under their wing when I was in school. And so they allowed me to see a different way and see a better way, and they helped me get in a better position. And from there, I just took off. So I'm excited to share my own culture with the school, right? Because I can be a lot at one time, me. So I commend anybody who can keep up with me. I commend anybody who attends my events. And I'm excited for you guys to see what exactly it is that I bring to the table as far as the fun, the people, the resources, and just the energy all around.
That's beautiful. Elijah, anything you'd like to say before we go, sir?
Stay in school.
Stay in school, kids. Listen to your teachers. Do your homework. Thank you guys so much for being here. Once again, Elijah Thornton, Coach Campbell. See, we're learning. Took you guys to the last episode, but hey, that's fine. Tune in next time. I'm going to have a very special farewell with all of my seniors here, even though they mess with tripods and move cameras. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. So we're going to have one last very special episode of this talk show before we say goodbye to everybody. And we'll have a whole new crew next year, but they won't be half as good as you guys. It's true. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let's give one more round of applause for our lovely...
That was right.
See?